Hi guys, thanks for finding my channel and watching this video. This is my 5-minute review on the Bourjois 123 Perfect Foundation. I have recently found this in the last 3 weeks maybe. It's been around for a very long time and I have tried Bourjois foundations in the past, but I haven't actually come across this one until more recently. I was on the hunt for a slightly darker toned foundation to actually take away on holiday with me when I had a slight bit more of a tan going on. So I was just going to actually pick up a slightly darker shade of the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation because I do actually really like this foundation. Thought it would be perfect just to take away as a good all-rounder. But whilst looking for the darker shade, I came across these, the 123 Perfect. And what drew me to it slightly was because it's got this 123 in the yellow, the purple and the green, so it colour corrects as well. Obviously the yellow is for the under eye area to help remove dark circles. The purple is aimed at just your entire face, just lightening and taking away any dullness from the skin, and obviously green is to counteract any redness in the face. So I do colour correct. I put green corrector around my nose and I use a purple corrector for under my eyes for my dark circles. So I thought this would be a really good substitute from taking all those products with you on holiday to having it all in one, in a lovely little jar of 30ml product, all in one go. So this here in the UK is £10.99. That's kind of like the average cost across Superdrug and Boots. And I first picked up, there's 9 shades apparently, I looked on the website. I haven't ever seen 9 shades in one shop, but apparently there are 9 shades. And I originally picked up number 53, which is light beige, because that's the tiny little step darker that I wanted to go on holiday. It was a tiny bit too dark for me now to use on a daily basis, so I did at the beginning mix it with my Match Perfection foundation, and that worked, just took it back a step. But because I liked it so much, I wanted to get the lighter shade to mix in the same 123 Perfect foundation, so I also picked up number 52 in vanilla. So for the last week, I've been using it probably for about 3 weeks, mixing it with the Match Perfection, and then for the last week I've been adding it with the vanilla from the 123 range as well. And can I just say how much I'm really enjoying the product? It's it's only a tad slighter thickness in texture than the Match Perfection one. That actually goes on, its coverage isn't quite as heavy. This one's quite light coverage actually compared to this. I think initially you think, oh, they're very similar products, but actually there's a tiny bit more coverage in the Bourjois one. And I just swish it all on my face. And at the moment I'm using one of these little stippling brushes. I quite like these for foundation because they are quite dense. And it's just quick and easy. I have tried it with the beauty sponges and I do really like that, but I tend to like to brush it all on with the brush, and then with my concealer I go in with the sponge beauty blenders just to blend everything out then. But what can I say about it? It's slightly thicker consistency, like I say, so it gives a nice medium coverage. I literally go on with the tiniest pump. I'll show you how much I would actually just put on my face. So that's one pump there of the darker one, it's not even a whole pump, and then I would add the tiniest little bit of the lighter one just right next to it, just that little bit, just to take the edge back. Alright, so that's as much as I would use, and then I blend it together on the back of my hand, and then I blob it all on my face, and then I blend it all in with the stippling brush effectively, and that gives enough coverage. And then if I just need to go back and add any more coverage down here where I do have some pigmentation, if I want to cover that a little bit more, I don't always worry too much because I'm very much like, just let your skin show through. I just want the foundation just to perfect everything a little bit better, but I don't mind imperfections being sort of coming through. I haven't had a spot since I've had this foundation, so I can't tell you how well it covers spots, but I would imagine I'm not going to have a problem with that. I can tell the coverage. It's just really, really nice, and like I say, medium coverage to start with, but if you don't go too heavy, then it doesn't even feel like medium coverage, but you can build it up if you want to. And then I just go on with my concealer. It works really well under the under eye area to cover. I just swoosh the brush underneath my eyes. Sometimes I don't take foundation up too much under my eyes because I'm going to put on concealer, and sometimes I use at least two concealing products under my eyes just to cover out the dark circles. But with this one I actually swish it up under my eyes, because obviously it's there, it's got the colour correcting in it, so you're meant to do that, and then I go in with one layer of concealer, and that seems to work really well. Right, so let's just give you a few more details about the product itself. Here in the UK it retails for £10.99. There are 9 shades apparently. You get a 30ml size glass bottle with the plastic pump applicator. It's got SPF 10 in it, which is alright, nothing too special, but I don't actually rely on my foundation for SPF anyway. I use other products for that and get a sort of at least a factor 50 if I can. 24 hours of hydration is given through something called cotton flower extract, which is supposed to be really hydrating, but also anti-shine for the skin, which is really good. Gives a really good medium coverage. I would totally agree with that. And it's almost like a second layer of skin. It is a really soft, smooth formula to work with, so it's really blendable. Doesn't clog your face up, so it won't break you out. It shouldn't do. Obviously there's no promises there, everybody's skin is different. Saying that, my skin is pretty much normal. It probably was combination when I was younger. It still is a tad, but it's more sort of just normal. So I can't really comment on dry or oily skin, how this would actually react to that. One thing I have found with pretty much all foundations that I've really enjoyed, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, sometimes you can fall in love with a foundation the very first day you use it, and then the next day you go and use a different primer and then put the lovely foundation on the top, but it just doesn't give the same effect as it did the day before because you've got a different primer on. And I don't know what that's all about, and maybe that's just a me thing, I don't know. But I will just say, with this foundation I've used 2 different primers and I've still got really excellent results. So I've used the PoreFessional, which probably most of you know, that gives a really good finish still, and I've also been using the Max Factor Facefinity primer. This one sort of dips in and out. It sometimes doesn't work very well with other foundations, but it does work really well with this one. So sometimes be aware, you know, the foundations are really good, but I just find I've got loads of primers on a daily basis. I just think, oh, I'll just try that one, or I'll just try that one, and then your foundation doesn't actually work so well. So I found the good combination now, that this foundation really works well for me with those 2 primers. So I'm going to stick with that because I'm really enjoying the product. So like I say, all that malarkey is listed down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and then you'll be back for any of my future videos. I do tend to try my best to upload every week. Tends to be on a Monday around 6 in the evening. So yeah, that would be really great if you subscribed, and then I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon, guys. Bye.